What is up, you guys? Ooh, we are here for our daily tarot reading, and look what we've got all clumped together. First came out the Devil card. This is really poignant for this time of year because it is this time of year that we're preparing our consciousness to exit Egypt. Egypt represents bondage, the hold that the ego has on us. And the opponent, the Satan, the devil, he uses our ego. You know, wherever our ego has gaps and spaces and weaknesses, that's where the devil's playground really is. And so we're being sort of invited. There's this period of time, a 6-week period of time, bookended around Capricorn season that we're just getting to the end of, that shows us all the ways that our ego still has control over us, where we are controlled by our fears and insecurities and our doubts and our scarcity and our hostility and our reactivity and our anger and our pain, all of that. It's like we revisit those themes during the 6 weeks of Capricorn, the Capricorn season, so that we can see what's still festering under the surface that's preventing us from living in a state of fulfilled potential, in a state of fulfillment and peace and love and happiness and harmony, right? But it's not just happiness, it's joy. Because we can maintain our joy even through life's challenges, you know? And so right now, the opponent is turned up to 11, right? And what is the opponent's favorite tricks? To use illusion, to use smoke and mirrors, and to get us into a reactive state. You know, it's my opinion that out of the fruits of the Spirit, self-control is the most important, because none of the others can be maintained and sustained without that self-control, without that possession of self that allows us to know ourselves, to know our own heart, to know our own mind and consciousness, and to be able to really pause, and instead of being in an affected reactive state, we gain control over ourself after we let the initial feelings pass through us. We observe, we sit back, we're like, okay, what is really going on here? Why is this playing out this way? Why is this in my movie? What can the creator teach me here? Where am I being led? What is my attention being directed to? So we're being shown what we can heal within ourselves in order to set ourselves free of the bondage, of the limitations, of the limiting beliefs, of the fears, of what's still corrupt and defiled and holding us back, holding us captive. So the Lovers card was next. This is, look at this, right? You see the inverse of the exact idea here. We have these, the lovers are bound loosely in chains that they can remove themselves. You know, it's just an illusion of this hold that the opponent has on the two lovers. Now, in the Lovers card, they are free. They're amongst the Garden of Eden, and they are looking to the Archangel Raphael to speak to them on behalf of divine and guide them in their choices. In original tarot, the masculine is looking to the feminine, and the feminine is looking up to the Archangel Raphael, meaning our outer ego needs to appeal to our internal consciousness, our subconscious, our superconscious, and our conscience that's connected to the voice of the Holy Spirit, that guidance within, that's that divine feminine. So it's our external expression of that internal divine feminine. And so the path of the lovers is to make decisions and make choices from the heart, right? Really tune into that integrity and that inner guidance, and really weigh things out. Make your choices reflective of a higher love, of a higher consciousness of sharing for the greater good. We have 4 of Pentacles here. And I think that this is, people are on all sides of the spectrum right now, all over the world, for all different reasons, whether it be economic or, natural disasters, natural threats, political threats, anything, health issues. It's like we do whatever we can when the devil's taking control and showing us all of the the nightmares, right? That was one of our cards earlier in the week. And so it's like it makes us react in ways that we want to try to gain control, that we want to feel like we have a sense of power and control. So we really have to watch that, because those fears and then that reactive behavior of wanting a desire to have control can be very unhealthy and can be very destructive. Right? So we need to channel those in positive ways of being obsessive controlling, and just clean the house, get the bleach out, right? Give yourself a little bit of control that way while you're letting your subconscious process. But ultimately, we can't fall under the illusion that we have control. The control is really in the Creator's hands, and that's what ultimately sets us free. And that's why the lovers are free from the bounds of the enemy, because they know that they put their trust in source and in that angelic guidance, protection, and leadership from source. And if we can do that, if we can give over our control to the real sustainer, the Creator, and give ourselves in service to the Creator instead of being slaves of the enemy, then we will find, when we recapture this fire, this Queen of Wands energy that is charismatic and warm and appealing and influential and independent. We got the Black Cat energy here, but people are attracted to the Queen of Wands because her spirit is shining brightly. She's passionate about her cause and taking care of others and being a leader, not only in the home but in industry and in the spiritual realm as well. The Queen of Wands is sort of like a powerhouse in all categories. She can keep a beautiful home. She has a great relationship with herself and her source. She's a good communicator, a good spiritual leader, and she is industrious and entrepreneurial. So the giving over control, thinking about who you're serving, right? Are you jumping to, when your fear says jump, do you jump? Or when God says jump, do you jump? Right? Who are you giving control to? Which influence? The higher influence or the lower influence, right? The superconscious self, the superconsciousness of the divine self, or the fleshly, animalistic instincts of the lower self, right? And when we give our control over to the Creator, then we regain that mojo, right? That, when we're in despondency and despair, we lose that mojo. So we really need to hold on to that mojo right now. All right, y'all. Ciao.